Hi there, welcome to Farming on 15 Degrees this morning. It is the 4th of November 2022 and this video is just going back to my Roma tomatoes, and I thought, why not video it before I harvest it? Now, it don't look pretty. The trellis, I'm happy with the trellis, using the hooks, the nylon string, anchoring at the bottom. I love all that. I have been busy at work like we all are, and I've let it go a little bit. I did do a really big cutback and I was happy at that. To be quite honest, I never did pull out any of my suckers for the last good month. But I am happy this morning about the harvest of the Roma tomatoes. Now, I'm taking them. I'm going to take them at that stage. We have a lot of problem with a bird called a king parrot, and I think he's watching me all the time in the garden. And soon as I disappear, if I didn't have these shade cloths over these tomatoes, they would literally come along and just a little peck out of each tomato. They wouldn't maybe take them, they would just eat each one a little bit. So every morning I just go underneath my shade cloth because it's up, and I just take the tomatoes away. So these are the winter season tomatoes, and I did 2 of the videos. Just got our little friend, now he's called Billy. Hopefully you can see him. Now he's coming through. Now he's a wallaby, he's a boy. So we're not talking about tomatoes now, we're talking about a wallaby in southeast Queensland. But I'll just see if I can get, yeah, really tame, but oh, he's gone. So going back to Roma tomatoes, yeah, so I mean, they're not far off to eat. I like the Roma tomatoes. I like the way they've got, seems to have less seeds in them. I just like the way you can do a nice bolognese sauce. They're a real, I think they're a good all-rounder. I've tried last year, I tried like mortgage lifters. This was in the summer season, mortgage lifters, tiny toms. I like tiny toms. I didn't like the mortgage lifters, what would be like the beef eater. I didn't do any success at all, but the Romas and mini Romas, I do really well. So this year I grew these in the winter, and I did the 2 videos on pruning and taking off suckers. And if you follow me on Facebook on Farming on 15 Degrees, I posted that I've done some heavy trimming back. So I have worked on them, and I'm coming now to make a decision. Do I pull them out and put in a new crop? That I've got the seedlings, this is in my shade house, they have to go in this weekend. I mean, I'm watching them, I'm watering them every day. They're starting to deteriorate because we're getting really hot days in southeast Queensland. We've had quite a bit of rain, but then we'll get 2 or 3 days of 32 degrees Celsius. I don't know actually what that is in Fahrenheit. I wish I knew the equation. But so it's 32 degrees Celsius, and that's pretty hot. And it's not unusual. That's just normal coming from spring to summer. So yeah. So do I pull them out, or do I keep growing them? I can move my hooks. I can move them along, I could prune them, I could tidy them up, I could take off all the dead leaves. I've got good airflow through them. Keep my shade cloth up, or do I put my new plants in? Now, these are 10-metre growing beds, and I've got 3 growing beds with tomatoes in, down the bottom, in the lower part of the veggie patch. This upper part, that used to be the back garden, I've got 2 trellis systems, that's 20 metres of summer growing tomatoes, and then this, if I changed it, would be 3. So maybe I'll do a video on that. What did I decide to do? I don't know. Now, this, if you follow me on Facebook, this was my hula culture. So that was a pile of sticks and bits of old wood dressed with compost. No, it wasn't. It was piles of wood and tree trunks and branches and leaves. Then it was the original soil, and then it was compost, and then I think that was it. I think the compost was bought, and I used Rocky Point, what was in southeast Queensland. So let's get it right. So we had tree trunks, small branches, leaves, the original garden soil, and then about 100 ml of compost. And at the start it did really well, and yeah, I was really happy with it. But I would say in the spring it started to die off, and I've left it to go, neglect. Now I'm not gonna grow anything until February, March, and I am gonna dress that with my own compost, with my own manures. So from Ginger, my pig, and from Norman, my rooster, my chicken, and his flock, I'm going to dress that with their manure. So, and that will give it that boost, because it's lacking. And the other thing is, I'm going to cut all that down. I'm actually going to let it go to seed. I mean, these are all broccoli seeds. And just on a quick note, I'll take you around. I'll show you something. I was only going to talk about Roma tomatoes, and you've got me now talking about all sorts of things. So we're walking across my apiary, my beehives, my European bees. A big expansion in that this year. But this is this is the stock ginger going anywhere near my bees. But all these bags here are broccoli seeds. And that's one thing I want to experiment in the next couple of years, is I want to start harvesting my own seeds. I want to start creating my own seed bank. I've done it with bok choy this year. I'm going to do it with my Roma tomatoes, and I'm going to do it with my broccoli. I'll just quickly show you. And that's my vegetable patch at the moment. Not looking very pretty, but it's quite productive because I'm growing Dutch cream potatoes, and we're right in the middle of it. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'd love you to press that like button. It just gives me that hope that you're all watching and you're enjoying it. So thanks again. Cheers.